Bountiful Flavours of Summer. Book 1 by Noshi.
My dog's sudden, impeccable growl woke me up from my deep slumber around midnight. A howl from another dog on the farm below kept me from sleeping again. I recalled I saw a dream, a beautiful one which would keep me pondering for years before I even achieve it. The buzzing city life and street lamps created imagery in my head about what possibilities the world could open to me. The curiosity to discover what is there to witness in the world. How beyond my imagination is this life? Why am I restricted from exploring it and never be to it? Kept my mind revolving. I was on a merry-go-round of immense, overwhelming feelings. As a small-town girl, I did not expect to even think about it and sank again into the delicious warmth of my mink. I frequently avoided such thoughts so that expectations would not rise. I often remember my friends talking about how their cousin, sister, or relative received culinary degrees. It made me wonder if I could have such dreams. The summer rains in the dawn had the robin wake me up. Soon the sun shone on the new thoughts, awaiting its people to start the day. My feet, struggling to handle my weight, finally led me to the farm, where I threw myself on the soil. It felt nice having the sun on my face and the rain tickling down my arms. I had never experienced such. A rainbow caught my eye, which made me feel bright and bubbly. My older sister called out to me for breakfast from our cottage, but I was too cozy in the soft muddle and smell of the soil. I was soon lost in the world of streets, lights, and the guzzle-puzzle of the other part of the world, a world I never knew I would soon be introduced to. Following my breakfast, I scurried over to my second-story room and searched for the timber wood box dusted off in my cubby. The light brown color shone brightly. I carefully took the withered body to the top bunk, where I turned backside, slouched over with my head, determined to keep its privacy, and opened it. And there it was, the place unknown to me. Dreams, oh dreams, why am I only allowed to see you? When I can achieve you, why am I not allowed to free you? Bits of the outside world came to life in my eyes. I sat there, searching through them, and at last found it. A letter from the prestigious New York Chef Skills Academy. When I received the notice of my recommendation by Andy to the school, I was the most grateful for someone in my life. I recall hiding it from my mom when she was going through my bag the day I got it from the post office. Mom, those are the notes that I made to understand the math questions. My family would never approve of letting me go out of town to study, even if I tried to explain. Being the smallest of my siblings, I was always bound to be advised by both Cuddles, my mom, and my two olders, Maggie, my older sister, and Monterey, my older brother, now and then. My dad died of terrible cancer when I was 7. He survived for 3 months but resulted in succumbing to the disease. However, I never felt his loss. Neither did he spend time with us, nor was he at home, only the house. He would work as an engineer in the nearby factory, earn money, and eat and sleep. But we survived. A vivid scenery of the academy came to my mind, which I had secretly seen on my brother's lappy, and he never found out about. The academy stood on Broadway Street with its gold-tinted borders on its great white body in mere difficulty. Pink, yellow, and purple flowers with creepers around its black stone wall separated the academy from the gloomy grey pavements of the city. A destination of love and artistry created by the unique hands of its thousands of students. The world's #1 chef, Summer Terensky, displayed on billboards in bright colors and being called to numerous award shows and cooking series is my achievement and reason for my happiness. I would go to the academy, study various recipes, and try some on my own, which I would call invention. I am keen on learning new skills, even though I have none. I know there would be endless questions in my family's boggled minds when this truth comes out. They would question my reluctance to reveal my long-kept dream to their knowledge. I never hid anything from my fam because they are my world. But I had to hide this letter so they wouldn't consider me a bad child and send me off to live with my aunt in the nearby town, locked away from my world. I never understood the reason for enclosing me in this 2-story cottage. It never occurred to me to ask them as well. The next day soon arrived, its rays glowing on my face as if the clock had wound a day in seconds. I had absolutely no intention of facing the day.
Come on, sis, let's have breakfast. The guests are waiting to meet you.
Guests? What guests? Where from? I was in no mood to meet someone from a faraway land. But I decided to get up since starvation overruled my hesitance of meeting the guests. Forward to this was the biggest surprise I had ever come across. Not even my birthday was so surprising. It was unexpected. The sleep in my eyes vanished like the power in television goes out. I saw it in my eyes. The cause of my construction or destruction, I have no idea. It was Andy, but he was not alone. The coordinators or cohorts as they are called were there too. Then, abruptly, I heard my mom from the kitchen.
Hey, Sammy! Are you up? Your cousin Andy has come and some friends who would like to communicate with you. Come, get up.
She didn't know yet. I signaled to Andy not to let her know, but he wouldn't budge. Finally came the rage. The truth had been spoken. And he revealed to my mom my secret, the world hidden in the dark for years, coming to light.
Summer has a delicate sense of delicacy. She doesn't look at food as just confectionery perfection served on a platter. Summer looks at food as a bountiful array of flavors made by love to spread love. She has the willingness to cook. She doesn't know practical skills, hasn't been exposed to the culinary world, wherein she has the prepared mind to learn and seek new information.
I was amazed at Andy's appreciation. My words don't usually get appreciated much at home since creativity is quite peculiar here. I then heard one of the cohorts say,
Yes, Andy. Andy, you're right. Miss Terensky is exceptionally talented and is the right fit for our academy. Her essay on the formula of food and delicacy impressed the director. She's ready to welcome your daughter to our home. Summer belongs there. She wouldn't get many opportunities here. Summer may be a junior at the practicals, but she's a senior in her mindset on the right path with the school's guidance. This town limits Summer's boundaries. She deserves more.
as he was about to complete, my mom, enraged, replied,
I know what my daughter deserves. I want her boundaries limited, and that is none of your concern. There is no communication left here. If Summer wants to have her dream life, she will have it here, not in that atrocious misery of the city. I will not have my daughter dropped in hell. I warned you, Andy. How can you accept the living of a young child in such a place?
I became furious when she finished speaking. And as if the 15 years of my hidden fury turned to courage, I spoke up. Mom, I'm 15. I may be a young child to you, but not to the world. I am a teenager capable of living in the city. Plus, Andy lives nearby. He would take care of me during school hours. And I'm sure it's not as if you would not come, right? There was silence after my speech. Monterey then said,
Mom had sworn she would never go to the city side again since her experience. And we don't want any complications to happen to you too when we know what the outcome is.
I was puzzled at this revelation. And now, here I am, a teenage girl, ready to accomplish her aspirations, but locked to her room. My mom stood there, bewildered at my sudden outrage, and sent me off to my room. I am confident there is a dark secret, a tragedy, as to why I am stuck in this house, in this town. There are some limits to protecting a child from the outside world, but no child should experience the extent of isolation I have been through. It's like Rapunzel is stuck in the tower, away from the world, entirely consumed by her stepmother's boundaries. The only difference is that my people have done that. I don't know why my mom hates city life so much. Why does she keep me restricted to her boundaries? It felt as if my wings were taken away and I was flightless. The next day seemed to look down upon me. It was an awkward feeling to face the day. I kept staying in my bed till late morning. No one came to wake me up, so I thought my family might not also want to face me. But when I came downstairs to have some food, I couldn't find anyone in the house. I thought they must have gone out for the weekly grocery. Suddenly, I felt a hand on my shoulder. I turned around to see my mom, who was weeping and had come from the kitchen with a plate of veg sandwiches. She wanted to talk. I know you must be upset with me after what happened yesterday. I meant to tell you before when you found the letter. I proclaimed as notes. I believe you have reasons not to expose me to city life. I heard you describe it, but I wish to go there. New York Chef Skills Academy is the one place where I can be Chef Summer Terensky. The academies here do not identify potential like the one in New York does. The creator of the authenticity of food is whom I want to be under. To identify me, I explained.
I know. Cooking and baking is the one passion you have always loved. But I cannot allow you to be far away from home,
She said. I felt dejected. My happiness quotient is you. If I do not have your permission, I won't. But I need to know why you don't want me to go, I declared.
You wouldn't understand at your age. Have your tummy filled and finish your homework,
She said and turned to go away. But Mom, how would I understand why I can't go if you won't tell me? There was no answer to my query and she went. I don't know if this communication made any difference to her thinking or not. Inside, I knew it didn't. I felt I was guilty and wrong. When birds are allowed to fly, why are they caged? When cheetahs are supposed to run in the wild at top speed in savannas, why are they considered a showpiece for the mortal entity? When animals can kill and live their world free, why are they caged and spoon-fed in zoo? I don't know the consequence of my actions. Neither have I ever talked to my mother like that. Nor did she know about my fantasy to shift to the destination of my dreams. What awaits me, I don't know. And what will happen if I grow?